Welcome back to Ronverse. My name is Ronnie, and today I'm reviewing the McFarlane Toys Spawn and Todd McFarlane action figures. This is a two-pack, so we'll start with checking out the package that it comes in. Todd comes in clamshell packaging, and like I have said before, I really don't like clamshell packaging because once you open these packages, the boxes are ruined. But this one looks like it does have a double shell, so maybe once I open this, if I open this carefully, I can still make this to close with this the gap they give. And there is an internal tray. You can see both the figures here. You can see all the accessories they come with. So Spawn comes with the two hands and the necroplasm effects. Todd comes with a mic, a sketchbook, two more sets of hands, and one set of barefoot. So we'll check those out later. It also comes with two display stands and one card which shows both of the characters. Behind we can see the actual character photo of Todd McFarlane and the sketchbook photo that he made when he was 16 years old. So the actual photo is here. And there is a very small introduction to what the sketch is. If you want, you can pause this and check that out. And now we go back to the actual figures. So after a lot of struggle with all the rubber bands and the tapes and this very thick but flexible cape, I finally got them out of the box. And because of all this trouble, I give the packaging a 6 out of 10 because there is a lot which can be improved on that one. So now the first thing I'll do is I'll show you how tall do they stand. Straight away, if you look at them, Todd stands a little taller than his sketch Spawn. So Spawn stands to the top of his head slightly over 7 inches, which is around 18 centimeters. And Todd stands on the top of his hat very close to 7.5 inches, which is very close to 19 centimeters. Now I'll show you some other figures and how they stand with them. So firstly, Todd with one of his own brand figures and one of his favorite figures, I think. It's Bruce Wayne. They stand nearly the same height. Bruce Wayne is slightly taller. Next one is from NECA Alien line, Brett. This is again a 7-inch figure, but this one is not that tall. It's slightly shorter than Todd. The next one is something I had to show him with, but this is a 6-inch figure. Stanley. It doesn't stand very good at its own, but you can see how tall he stands. Firstly, we'll go by the sculpts of these two. First, I will show you the sculpting on the sketch Spawn figure. Now, the reason I'm calling this the sketch Spawn is because this is based on the initial sketch that Todd McFarlane made as a prototype for a Spawn figure. So that's what it is based on. And because it's based on a sketch, so it seems like they have tried to keep it very simplistic, because we all know that McFarlane is famous for adding a lot of details on their figures, but this one doesn't have that much. So if you notice, it does have a little bit of texturing here and there, like on the armors, around the chest area, if you see, on the arms. If you see, these are not very defined texture, but just some basic textures here and there. Also, the legs are also textured because it should look like a costume. He has a huge cape as well. And this cape also does not have a lot of details, just basic drooping of the cloth. And if you touch this, this is a very, very thick material. It is soft, but it's still a very thick material. So again, like I said, it's all simplistic design based on a basic sketch. And coming to Todd. Now, because Todd has uh, a sculpt which is of a real person, so they had to work on the resemblance too. And he does look like a bit older version of Todd McFarlane. But then when Todd showed us these figures, he himself called this one the old man Todd. So yeah, based on that, it's very good. He does look very similar, even body wise and the proportion wise. So if you see him sideways, he has a good proportion. He has a good posture, and he somewhat resembles Todd as well, because I don't know how tall he is, but he does look a bit lean, tall, and lanky. So he does look like that. The only weird thing that I can see here is this extra wrist part. I don't know why they have added this extra wrist part. Let me show you. You see this? This is a weird wrist part, which usually no figure has, but this has. I don't know why, what was the thinking behind this. And also because of this wrist, the extra wrist, look at his arms. They are very long. Look, if you go by a human anatomy, usually when you make a fist, your fist lines up exactly straight with your crotch. But if he would make a fist, that would come to this one, and that would be a lot lower. So which means his arms are very long. It's exactly as long as the wrist part is. So I don't know why would they do that, but that's the only issue I see. Yeah, his overall body is pretty thin, but then Todd does look like that. So I think that's accurate. Everything else I do like here. Now the texture here is obviously different from the Spawn figure. It's more or less very plain texture because these are t-shirts and cap. The trouser not being jeans, I think it doesn't have a jeans kind of texture. It just has a normal cloth texture. For some reason he has a torn hair, a tear hair actually. I don't know if he was wearing a torn trouser, but that's what they made. So all in all, there are stitching and everything. All in all, the figure is very well sculpted. Both the figures are very well sculpted. So the amount of details these figures have, or the lack of details that these figures have, are intentional based on the characters. So based on all of that, I give the sculpting of both the figures as 8. Now we will check out the paint details. Like I said, when it comes to this one, I'll move this one. I'll show you the Spawn first. Now, when it comes to Spawn, and now it comes to paint, I would say the painting is done well. There's no issue there. See the lines there, the white lines, the lines on the buckle. These are very sharp. There are no mistakes there. Even the skulls, these are painted. I know you can only see a white skull with some black eyes, but it does have a black outline as well, which is again very sharp. All the lines are sharp. The eyes, the white part, the red part, everything is very finely done. So these are all very good. I don't see any flaw in the paint, because again this is a very basic paint job, but then even in that basic paint job they have done these detail work very masterfully. The weird thing is the paint does not match the actual sketch. Now see, the sketch is made with a blue pen where the face does not have the white part, the rest of the body is blue, and the red is the same, yeah, but then why would it not match the actual sketch? That's a weird thing to see. So based on that, I would give this paint for the Spawn 6 because it does not look anything like the sketch, but it is a very good paint job, I would say. Now we come to the Todd figure. Now, like I said before, it has a good resemblance, and in hand it does look a lot more realistic than how it shows in the photos and the videos. What you cannot see is that he has a very light 5 o'clock shadow as well, which is not that much visible. The eyes are done very nicely. The paint is fine here. The eyebrows are done very well. The t-shirt does have the Spawn logo, and you can see, maybe being a cloth or maybe being an old t-shirt, it has some wear and tear to it, which I don't think is a mistake. I think it is intentionally done. You see the Spawn logo here, again, very well done. There is a watch where I thought there is a mistake on the paint, but it's not a mistake on the paint, it's on the watch itself. So that again is good. Everything else is fine. See, the buckle is painted very well. So the fine details are done very well, and the rest of it is also very practical. Nothing too amazing or mind-blowing here, but it's just a simple figure of a casually dressed normal person. So it's good so far. So based on that, I give this one an 8 out of 10. Now we move to the accessories. Now Todd here comes with a mic. It's not painted, it's just a black mold, but it's okay. I would have liked if they would have put some kind of a logo here as well. Maybe, I don't think they can use SDCC or something, but something like that. He also comes with 2 more hands with some gestures, and he has another pen holding hand for the autographs. Again, very nice touch. This pen doesn't come out, which is a very good thing, or else we could have lost it, but that's a very nice touch. It comes with a pen, and he comes with his sketchbook, which again shows and again proves that the Spawn they gave us is painted incorrectly. But this is very sharp and very nice. It's so small, but the details are so sharp. It's just amazing. Can you see the rings? This is very good accessory. And lastly, he comes with these feet which shows left and right. Wait, can you see the left and right on that? But unfortunately, in today's world where we have pinless joints, they have given you a toe joint which is not just, forget pinless, it does have pin and it does have metal black pins. Like, why would you do that? Like, in today's world, when you could have done so much better, and when you do much better, why would you make your own figure and give us the crappiest of the joints there is? No, but that's their choice. So for accessories, I'll give him an 8, even though the foot is not a very good one, but it's still okay. Now Spawn comes with this additional hand. I don't know what this gesture means. Why would Spawn be doing this? But this is something, and this another to hold something. These are the extra hands, and the one which can hold something can hold this necroplasm effect, I think. So it comes with these 2 necroplasm effect, and that's it. Doesn't come with a lot. So for the Spawn figure, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not much. Now let's see the articulation. So first I'll go through the Spawn. Now Spawn can look left and right, so no issues there. It can look down very well and can look up well too, even though there is a huge collar, but this is very flexible, so he can look up. Now his, as always, being a McFarlane, the app crunch doesn't do much. It doesn't do much to go back as well. It just moves a bit, just wobbles a bit. It can go side to side, no problem. No side bends at all. The shoulder comes up very nicely, and there is a very beautiful butterfly joint. It does do its function. It's not just something to just be there. Then there is a bicep swivel. Then there's a double jointed elbow, as always, a bit ugly looking McFarlane elbow, but it does do its job. Then there is the wrist, and it has a hinge, or anyhow you can use this wrist joint. His legs go this far apart, which is decent, which is not bad. This diaper piece is a bit soft, so, and also it kind of gets stretched, so just be careful about that. There is no thigh joint. There is a double jointed knee, which is good. Not very pretty, it is good. And there is no boot cut. There is the hinge on the foot. It goes this far back, it comes this far up, which is very nice. There is a toe joint, which again is very nice. No problems there. And there is an ankle rocker. So all good here. Now we will check the Todd figure. So the Todd figure can look down decent enough, and it can look up a bit, not much, because his neck is a bit lean forward, maybe that's why. The app crunch, oh, it moves, it still moves a bit, so which is a good thing. Goes back this much and goes forward slight bit. The shoulder goes up very well, 90 degree. The butterfly joint is decent, but it's okay. There is a bicep swivel just under the t-shirt sleeve. There is this double jointed elbow, which is again very good. There's this weird wrist which I showed you. It is very well functional, but then it is unnecessary, and I don't know why they put it there. The leg goes this far wide, which is very nice. There is a double jointed knee. Because of his lean legs, it goes this far up, which is nice. And there is a hinge on the feet, which goes this much because the trouser kind of hinders the movement. Goes this far up again because of the trousers. There is ankle rocker. There is a toe hinge. So both of these figures have decent articulation. So I give these articulation as an 8. It's good enough. Now the fun factor. Frankly, I bought this package for the Todd figure alone because I'm a fan of Todd McFarlane. He's one of the greatest comic artists. Very target oriented person. He has always been. He's the reason that we have the kind of action comics we have today, because he started those things with the launching of the Spawn. So a lot of changes which we have today, is because of him. So I really wanted this figure. For me, having one of your favorite people as an action figure is a very big plus point. So for me, the fun factor is a 10. Now, talking about the value for money, I think it is in today's standard uh, a two-figure pack for around $50. I don't think that's a very bad deal. Yeah, I do understand. For me, this one is more or less like a unnecessary figure because I just wanted that one. But then it's okay. I still have one of the Spawn figures, which might be one of the initial ones, not even one of the initial ones, the first one. So it does have its own value. So for me, I think a 49.99 is a good value. I give value of for money as an 8 for this one. Now, overall, I would say again, if you're a fan of Mr. McFarlane, then of course this is a very good package for you because this comes with the uh, the main guy and comes with his very initial sketch figure as well. So overall, I think for me it's an 8 out of 10. It's a very good figure. And that is all for today. If you have already subscribed to my channel, then thanks a lot. And you have not, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel because it is something which is free for you, but it helps my channel a lot. Thanks a lot, and I hope I keep coming back with more of these videos. Thank you and have a nice day.